call these communities promise zones. They're neighborhoods where we will help local efforts to meet one national goal, that a child's course in life should be determined not by the zip code she's born in, but by the strength of her work ethic and the scope of her dreams. And I could not be prouder to be joined by Mayor Eric Garcetti of Los Angeles and Mayor Michael Nutter of Philadelphia and Councilwoman Ivy Taylor from San Antonio. In the east side neighborhood of San Antonio, nearly 4 in 10 adults don't have a high school diploma. The violent crime rate is 50% higher than the rest of the city. So, schools and community members are focused on getting more kids into pre-K, boosting math and science in high school, and they're putting more cops on foot patrol to make their neighborhoods safer. It's a project worth investing in.
Welcome to 210 Lifestyle Show. I am your host, Charlotte Bates, and today I am here in the office with City Councilwoman Ivy Taylor with District 2. How are you doing?
I'm wonderful.
Good.
Thank you for having me.
We're here today to talk about the promise zones. To make it clear to constituents, can you let them know in detail what is the promise zone?
The Promise Zone is a designation, a federal designation that's we've been given by President Obama, and it's part of his comprehensive neighborhood revitalization strategy. And the idea is that children and families who live in certain areas that historically over time there's been less opportunities for them to advance educationally, economically, and in other ways, that we would bring to bear all the resources of the federal government and the local government in partnership with the local community in order to address those challenges that have historically hindered people.
There are 3 key strategies to the promise zone for the East Side neighborhood in San Antonio, that being job creation, educational opportunities, and public safety. How are these strategies being implemented?
The strategies that we've outlined in relation to the Promise Zone kind of across a broad spectrum in relation to our community partners, existing resources, as well as new resources that we hope to bring to the table. So some of the key partners that have been involved, like for example on the economic development and job creation strategy, San Antonio for Growth on the East Side is our nonprofit partner that we're working with, but we certainly look to engage the private sector. For example, one of SAGE's strategies is to try and stimulate additional investment in small businesses within the Promise Zone. And in fact, they recently launched a $2 million small business investment fund called the Grow East Fund. So that's one of the ways in which we'll be assisting small businesses and hopefully creating jobs within the zone. For some of the other strategies, of course, we have other key partners, like in relation to safety, the SAPD. We're working with them, of course. Well, they're part of the city structure, so we're working with SAPD on targeted approaches to the neighborhoods that are in mind. But of course, we have to work closely with the residents in relation to any safety initiatives.
Personally, Ms. Taylor, how do you feel about the promise zones, and what do you want people to know about the promise zones today?
What I want people to know in relation to the Promise Zones is that, number one, this is a very positive thing for our city and definitely for the East Side. However, number two, there is no big check. We did not receive a bucket of money in conjunction with the Promise Zone designation. However, we do have the attention of the federal government. We are receiving technical assistance on applications for federal grants, as well as preference points, 5 extra points on grants that we submit. So we anticipate that we will receive more grant funding for a variety of initiatives that will help us to implement the things that are happening within the zone. And then I guess the last thing I want people to know is that they can participate and engage. Now, it depends on what people's interest and passion is. You know, do they want to help make the school near them better? We can work with the United Way, the San Antonio Independent School District, who are already our key partners on the Promise Neighborhood Grant that's focused around education. Are folks interested in developing a business? Well, then they can work with SAGE. We'll be opening up Cafe Commerce soon, which will also provide support for entrepreneurs. Are folks interested in investing in housing, their own house, or investing in the area in general? Well, then, we need to work with the Center City Development Office on incentives that might be available for folks that are doing something to their house. And also the Housing Authority is working closely with us on some housing related programs. So folks have to figure out where it is that they want to fit in relation to making the East Side, a better community. It's already a great place to live, work, and play, but we know that it can be better. There are some challenges that we need to overcome. However, there's no easy path. There are multiple things that we need to address as a community, and really we need everyone to participate in order for us to get there.
Where can they go to learn more about the Promise Zones for San Antonio?
Folks can go to the City of San Antonio's website, www.sanantonio.gov, and we have information on our website. We have a gentleman by the name of Mike Etienne, who is the director for both the East Point initiative, which is around the Wheatley area, and the entire Promise Zone, and they can contact him. They can always call my office for more information, and our number is 207-7278. So we welcome people's questions and definitely their involvement.
I thank you for letting me have this time with you to discuss this issue.
I appreciate the opportunity to share with your audience all the excitement and wonderful progress that we're making on the East Side.
Thank you so much. Thank you all for watching 210 Lifestyle Show. Bye-bye.